This right here, Judah Nass. All that tough talking you doing is just that, nigga. Until you put forth an effort to say all that stuff in my face, then that's just all that is. Tough talk. Nigga, so you went live talking crazy, but early in the live, you was crying. Is this what we doing, nigga? And I heard the little lies you talking about, and you keep on playing that molestation game. And let this be known to everybody. I don't take that easy, kindly to none of that. So all that shit you talking, you will be dealt with for that. Lying on people with all that molestation and all that, dude. You were the one threatening women with rape on the internet. You were the one who wanted a picture of Sinetta's underage daughter. You were the one who Israel Doctrine said sent him child porn. Yeah, I got that clip too of Israel Doctrine saying you sent it. But you was running around lying, creating this bullshit, talking about I did it. And there you go, lying, talking about my mama did that to me. But you were the same one who saying your parents locked you in closets, they burned you with cigarettes. All you do is lie. You a hypocritical liar. And when you get caught, you gonna get what you get. All that threatening people on the internet and then talking about you got the feds watching you. If that's true, and they know what you're saying, and they hear the threats you putting out towards people, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? Now I heard Janet was on that panel lying. I heard her lie and say she didn't do anything with T-Duck. That's a lie. That's a lie. And receipts could be shown for that. Just like receipts can be shown for most of the stuff you're saying, Judah. See, this internet is your world. You get out here and you like to lie. You like to play tough. You like to lie. But I see you took a couple lessons I taught you, and now you've been big up in your wife, I-Chan, which you've never done before. Again, you're a fool. All you get out here do, it's funny how you got so much to say about Trinity and diss her, but you wanted Trinity. Yeah, it's a lot of them you wanted out here. A lot of tough talk, a lot of chasing females, and you say you had this, I don't know, touching moment with your son. Why is it, Judah, that it takes you getting into it with Nepal and Janet to have a touching, sentimental moment with your son? Why can't you just have those moments because you're his father? No, you got to get drunk, talk crazy to people, and be drunk around your kids. And let us not forget, you, out of your own mouth, said you exposed your children to pornography. This is you, Judah Nass. This is you. So, all that tough talk, you can save it. All that lying, you can save it. Bottom line is when you showing up. That's the bottom line. When you showing up. You a lame ass goofy, and I expose you for being just that. Deviant ass. All you think about is raping women, having your sister rape women. How many times you done exposed your children to pornography? Right? But you want to lie. Every time you lie, I put a receipt to show you lying and to show everything you accusing other people of. That's what you doing. Have I not? Bottom line, you a weirdo, dude. And you can talk that tough talk in Japan. But you're not going to talk that over here. No, you won't do that. You won't do that. You a scary ass buffoon. A lying, scary buffoon. I thought you wasn't going to flip on the paw in them again. Thought you weren't going to do that again. Yeah. You a washed up drunk. You a waste of breath. You hooked yourself to an Asian that you knew probably was going somewhere in life. You knew you wasn't going nowhere in life. Man, you just a dude. When you coming? When you gonna show up? Because that tough talk is getting old. It's getting real old, dude. Getting real old. You must be embarrassed that every time you lie, I show the truth of your lying. How could you leave me alone, and then get to lying and talking tough like you gonna do something, when we both know you ain't gonna do nothing? You gonna sit over there in that little hot ass house in Japan and talk your shit on the internet. But anywhere you go where it's not safe to talk that shit on the internet, I'm going to show up and I'm going to show receipts. So that makes you mad. So then you go back to your channel and you lie and you talk shit. You a hoe, dude. Can you show any receipts to the shit you saying? Because I got a bunch of them that's about to come out. Niggas sitting up here lying, talking about Janet's a good woman and Janet this, Janet, and had Janet on there lying, talking about she didn't do nothing with old boy. When I got the receipt to prove, she said otherwise, out her own mouth. That's all y'all do is just lie. The whole crew, your whole clique, that's all you do is hang around liars. But again, when you coming, dude, you can sit over there and talk that shit, act tough, act hard, all you want. But when are you coming? That's the bottom line. Other than that, I'm going to keep clowning your ass, keep showing receipts. Yeah, that's it. Like, dude, you a lame. You a weak ass lame, and you a coward. Now, tell Ichan she can do better. And deep down, you know Ichan can do better, don't you? You a drunk. You a drug addict drunk. You a fuck up. Probably been fucking up your whole life. Probably been fucking up your whole adult life. I'm pretty sure your kids see you as a fuck up. Nigga. Bottom line, when you gonna show up, dude? When you gonna show up? That's all. Like, nigga, all this bullshit you saying. 1 minute you asking for sympathy, talking about how you was abused as a child, burnt by cigarettes by your mama and all that. Then you turn around and twist lies on me. Dude, and got the audacity to call people bums. Have you forgotten to Paul expose the fact that not only do you have to beg your wife to buy you t-shirts, you got to beg her to buy food for the house? You expose your own wife's business. Remember the niggas in Ohio? You a clown, dude. Anybody, any man that will get on the internet and expose his wife. Well, actually, you didn't get on it. Well, you did get on the internet and expose your wife. And why you lying and talk about how this one and that one is so much brothers to you, nigga, when you first did it, I was the one who stopped you from doing it. Nigga, ask Shalomi. She was there. Yeah. But then your friend put out phone calls exposing you for telling your wife's business to her. Now, what type of man does that? Hey, my nigga, you need to, but yeah, Shalomi was there. Asked her. She saw me intercede for Ichan, intervene. Ask Shalomi, Judah. You a clown, dude. You a loser. You a fucking clown. Like, this is real. But hey, check it out. Because I really didn't, I could have dealt with you tomorrow. Well, excuse me, today, because it's morning, early in the morning here. I could have dealt with you later in the day. But I just wanted to let you know, dude, the receipts ain't going to stop. The exposing you ain't going to stop. You can sit up there and lie and talk tough all you want. It's not going to stop. None of this is going to stop. Till you show. I tell you what, Judah. I tell you what. You show up in these states and you be man enough to stand before me and say all that stuff you were saying on the internet. And then I'll think about stopping. But until then, you're going to get exposed. And by the way, so I'm pretty sure you know by now that Super Wavy saw that receipt. So he knows you lied on his panel. He saw you out of your own mouth admitting to exposing your children to pornography. I'm wondering how the conversation between you and Super Wavy went. Have y'all talked since then? Funny, Janet knows you said that. She was on the panel talking to you, and you told her this. And not only Janet, several other people know this. So when you sit up there and lie and say, your children have never seen anything like that, he's lying on me. When you sit up there and lie, what are you thinking? Well, it can't be much. We already know every rule, law, commandment, all you break all that. You break all that. We know that Israelite thing with you is it's a sham. Like you're wicked. You're a wicked drug addict drunk. And though you don't show it all online, you curse yourself every time you lie, every time you go against the commandments. You curse yourself. Talking about people have herpes when you break out with pus bumps all over your body. Calling females whores and sluts and all that. But you told Nepal what those dudes in Ohio was doing with your wife. Yeah, out of your own mouth. See, I hit you with facts. And that hurts. I know, it hurts. It hurts. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect at all. No. But some of us, you know, though we do sin, we try not to. And some of us do a better job than others. Yeah. And there's a lot of us doing a better job than someone named Judah Natzarah who calls himself an Israelite priest. Witchcraft books, all this stuff, Judah. But see, what I'm about to do right now is I'm about to get some rest. And I'm going to get up. I'm going to get to the money. Then I'm going to take some time, you know, take a break or whatever. Then I'm going to address you the proper way. I'm going to go live, and I'm going to address you in the proper way that you need to be addressed. Because you're being naughty right now, nigga. You know what happens when you do that. Daddy comes out and puts belt to ass. You know belt to ass, Judah. Yeah, you steal things too. Sayings, all that. You try to steal people's girls. Like you tried to steal Rob Rack's girl when he was in jail a long time ago. All these things. But yeah, like I said, get some rest. Because I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to get to the money. And when I take a break, I'm going to go live again. And I'm going to address you the proper way. I'm going to address the Revenge of the Nerds crew also. Before I go, let me see. So shout out to Leonard. Shout out to the Queen. Shout out to all y'all. But yeah, Judah, I'm gonna address you the proper way. I'm gonna let it be known. You know what? Tell you what. Since there was so much lying on your panel, I'm gonna drop some receipts before I go live. Because I despise a liar. The things they do. And the audacity. It's like, okay, I know your people gonna ride with you, even though they know you lying. But everybody don't know you lying. And I know that's what y'all count on. New people who don't know the situation. Just like that shit was super wavy that I popped you on, Judah. Yeah. So, again, you encourage other people to lie when you're talking about certain people. And they're going to learn the hard way not to, you know, indulge in that when you're promoting it. So, Janet got to get popped in another lie. And I will do it. Yeah. I'm going to drop the receipts. So, what she say? She was sitting up there, going at Trinity. Bad move. I have the receipts. She sat up there, lying, talking about she didn't mess with old boy. Bad move. I got the receipts. And you, Judah, you just sold so many lies. What am I going to bring out on you next? Y'all are just fucking walking, breathing food. Y'all troll food. But see, I don't troll you with lies. I might put humor with it, but I troll you with the truth. I put that mirror right back up to your bumpy, swole, pus-filled face. And again, don't worry about seeing my face. You have the opportunity to see it live in person. Just come here, say where you at, and stay there. I'll come to you. Yeah. So, with that said, hey, I'm about to get out of here. But again, I got to expose some liars. I got to pull some more receipts out on Judah. I got to pull some receipts out on Janet. Because I knew she would speak on me again. I knew that. And what did I tell you, Janet? Because I know you watch Queens Live. Got out here talking, running your mouth. We was going to go in to a couple areas that you tried to leave gray out here on these YouTube streets. You know the areas I said. Now you pick one. Or I'll pick one for you. And then once you run your mouth again, I'll go into the other one. Once you run your mouth again, I'll bring up shit that ain't out here on the YouTube streets. All truth, though. All truth. I don't have to lie like you. I don't have to lie like Judah or none of them motherfuckers in the Revenge of the Nerds crew. I don't have to do all that. Funny how Judah uses my talking points when he's lying. Because he know that shit hurt. He know I'm telling the truth on him, and he know that shit hurt. But all the witchcraft comes in, just project and turn the truth around and try to put it on somebody else as a lie. But when the receipts come out, he get quiet. Or he start talking tough about what he's gonna do. Nigga, you a fucking liar. And all that shit with the, you solophile, all that crazy shit, goofy shit, nigga. Ain't you the one was threatening women with rape? Ain't you the one who wished rape on Sinetta's daughter? That was you. Ain't you the one that got on here and said you had rainbow thoughts, the rainbow demons was making you think rainbow things? That was you. Ain't you the one who got on here and said you exposed your children to pornography? That was you. Ain't you one who tried to get Nepal to send you a picture of Sinetta's underage daughter half-dressed? That was you. All this was Judah Natzarah. And you are the same one who tried to convince Rob to marry Janet, knowing what Janet did. And now you nerds are trying to lie and clean it up and put her in a good light. Now, Rob has done a lot of shit. And it remains to be seen if he's going to be that stupid to marry Janet. Because Judah, you was that stupid or that desperate to marry Aichan. And how do we know this? Because you ran your mouth to Nepal about Aichan's business and the dudes in Ohio and what they was doing with her. Did you not, Judah? Yeah, that was you. It was you. We got the proof. So you want Rob to be stupid like you and marry Janet. Japan is your coffin. Japan is your coffin, nigga. Because when you come over here, see, Japan, when I say Japan is your coffin, that's like a figure of speech, a metaphor. But when you come back to the States and you get on live talking crazy, I don't know what to say about that. And I'm not going to say nothing about that. You just let somebody know when you hear. And you go live and just say, hey, I'm over here. And then, you know, hey, good thing, you get to try to do all that stuff. You get all those threats, all that stuff you get online saying, you get to try that. You get to try that. All the trauma you claim you got for getting burnt as a little kid with cigarettes by your parents. Oh, you can take all that aggression out. All that you claiming you gonna pistol whip somebody and all that little goofy shit you talking. You get to try that. So until then, like I said, I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna get up and get to the money. Then I'm gonna go live. We gonna see. Hey, y'all be good, be safe. I'm about to get up out of here.